huge source of energy, and India and China are the two biggest consumers of energy globally. And if there is one country that can supply the natural gas needs of the rest of the world also, and India especially, is Canada. We are sitting here in Calgary, Alberta, which is one of the biggest reserves of natural gas anywhere in the globe. And so Canada is big on healthcare. Canada is big on climate change, and we are fortunately in the week of Yoga Day, and there is no better opportunity for us to be able to bring in the kind of intervention and integration into healthcare that Canada is looking at, because the modern medicine systems here have tried depression and mental health and anxiety. These are some of the issues that are troubling North Americans completely, and a lot of young kids in Canada are going through this challenge. So that is where Eastern wisdom and our traditional wisdom of yoga and Ayurveda can be integrated, and there is a huge opportunity in Canada for Indian systems and our traditional Ayush systems to make a significant impact.
The G7 summit is happening against the backdrop of a lot of geopolitical tensions. There are, especially in the Middle East, for instance, also issues about immigration, trade, tariffs. So how do you see this summit? What should the leaders sort of focus on, especially India, Canada, and how do you see these issues being addressed, or what do you hope that the leaders should do that these issues are addressed, because they impact people on the ground?
Like I mentioned, if you look at the speeches that the Honorable Prime Minister Modi has made on the previous Yoga Day occasions, he's gone on record saying that yoga is not just a physical activity, it is a solution for global peace, to eradicate, radical terrorism, to eradicate climate change challenges. So it's an opportune moment that he is representing Bharat, and he is going to be meeting with the world leaders. And the world is in such a crisis. The wars that are happening currently are, and he's always gone on to mention how this is not an era of war, and it should be only talks that should happen, and all of this should be resolved diplomatically. And we have, the best brand ambassador of all of this to be personally present here. I'm sure he'll have those conversations, because the world is at a tipping point. Everyone has been talking about a possible third world war. And I think this G7 summit couldn't have happened at a better time, where all the world leaders and on priority need to address this burning issue. Namaste. My name is Raghu Bengaluru. I belong to the VYASA Vivekananda Yoga Anusandhan Samsthan, which is affiliated to the VYASA University in Bengaluru. And we are in the industry of healthcare and academics, yoga essentially. This huge momentous occasion that our Honorable Prime Minister Narendra Modi ji is coming to Canada is indeed a significant milestone, and especially after 10 years, his visit to Canada is very, very important, because the last couple of years unfortunately have not been the best of times. There have been turbulences in this relationship, but as everyone is aware, Canada is a huge country which is looking for a lot of immigrants from around the world, and India has always been the best source of human resources, and as of today we are the largest, the most populous country on earth, and we have the highest quality of immigrants. If you look at Indian immigrants in any part of the world, and similarly in Canada, Indians are amongst the highest educated, highest earning, least crime, and least social benefit that they draw from the Canadian government. So the Indians here have assimilated very well. The Indo-Canadians here are a very successful community, and they're making stellar contributions to the Canadian economy. In that context, PM Modi's visit to Canada and a welcome change by the Canadian leadership, the PM of Canada inviting Mr. Modi, which has been a very magnanimous step in the right direction. And as Indo-Canadians, we wholeheartedly welcome this. G7 has always been a group of thought leaders who have shaped the way the world grows and functions. So there is no change. The same thing is happening, but it's very welcome that countries like India, the last 6 G7 summits have been continuously participating in these meets. So I'm sure something very good will come out of the G7 leadership at this summit, which is happening in Alberta, Canada. And as Indo-Canadians, we are really looking forward to a successful summit and something really fruitful to come out of this.